my god, Brick's coming at me! He just used his ability to rush me and make me slow, but he missed! And I get away with almost no HP. The chase is on. The rogue is faster than Brick. Crow is faster than Brick. He Molotov me there for a little damage. Throws another Molotov for finish that one. I drink a heal soda, of course, no calorie soda heals you. And then I dodge.
Hello there.
There's a guy right there. And then they get in a scuffle. I think I was okay, but it's pretty awesome. Ooh, look at all that carnage. And then this guy is about to meet his maker. Yo, what's up YouTube? I'm back! Well, sort of, haven't been making a lot of content this year, you know, just haven't been feeling myself, and 5 weeks ago I had a hernia surgery, which I'm feeling a lot better now, but I still have a week to go before I can like lift and really work out, so I've been just kind of keeping it easy, but for a 41-year-old man, I feel pretty good, you know? Take care of myself. And once I get back to weightlifting, I think I'll feel a whole lot better. But anyway, wanted to bring you this little bit of content. I played last playtest. It's called The Midnight Walkers. Really fun game. A lot of the big YouTubers seem to think that it's kind of a niche game and not going to be you know, really big. So I haven't been seeing a lot of the bigger guys like play it, or if they do, you know, they don't think it's gonna last, but it's really fun. You know, it's probably true, but you know, it's worth doing the playtest at the very least, which is tomorrow, October 13th, 2025. And what you saw in the beginning was a little fight. I was really in trouble. I was playing the class called Crow, which is a lot like a rogue, but they also get a shotgun. By the way, in the last playtest, the ammo for guns was very rare. You could only buy a couple per like vendor refresh. And so, like, almost no one was using guns, but they're pretty cool. They're fun to use, and shotgun that guy, pow! Anyway, there's two Bricks there. Brick's another class. It's much like the fighter. Basically, everyone was playing Brick last playtest because you just hit like their speed boost, and then you hit their like electric ability that when they hit someone, it slows them. So they just like, you know, they just come at you and you're dead. Like, but actually, the real OP class, Margarita, yeah. Anyway, they throw potions at people, and they were super OP. Like, they would do like damage over time potions and like kind of just kite you, and you couldn't out heal it, and they'll just keep doing it, and you would die. So you know, this playtest I'll probably play them, and but like no one played them last time. It was crazy, even though they're super OP. I actually have a clip of one screwing over one of my geared characters. But the other two classes are you know, your typical archer, which is called Lockdown in this one. They actually cannot use a rifle. Of course, they start with a bow, and you know, they're pretty good too, but not amazing. And then did I say them all? Yeah, Crow, Margarita, Brick, and Lockdown. And then you know, I have no idea what they changed in next playtest. I'm excited to see the changes, but you know, you could see over here in this map. That's the map. You're basically in this big tower. And it's very vertical. There's elevators all over the place, which is a really cool. It adds like a different complexity to the play style, where you can use the elevators to track people down, or just quickly move between the maps and help find people or go where you want to go. And the floors shut down as the map's going, and so you gotta jump out of them because like poison gas comes in, and then and you know, the exits pop up in certain floors and stuff. A lot of fun. Let's check out some more video. Yeah, this is my Brick character, which pretty much just outgeared everyone and just rushed them down. You know, the game is kind of troll that you get this nice sledgehammer and you think it's gonna be like the best weapon, but it's actually probably one of the worst weapons in the game. And all the Timmies like are just running around as Brick with a sledge. It's kind of troll. But anyway, you want, like in the last playtest, you wanted to use the this weapon. I think it's called the Kureki or something. and then you just pop your lightning ability thing that slows them, and you hit them. They're slowed. They're stuck next to you. They can't really do anything. You're probably outgearing them, and then you hit them down. And just like Dark and Darker stuff, you can kind of like try to dodge swings and maybe get up on them that way. But yeah, that was like I actually played this a little less because it was so OP and played like the rogue and other classes a bit. But anyway, here's some of Brick's play. Get some throwing daggers in there, you know, get HP up and move in for the kill. So you see this is the classic Brick play. You pop sprint and then you use a little electrify ability that slows them down, catch up to him, and pow, 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 pow. They can't do anything. And again, he's using the sledgehammer, which is probably one of the worst weapons in the game, unfortunately, because it's a cool weapon. You're like, oh man, I got this sledgehammer. And here we go. We sneak up on this rogue here, Crow. Oh, they see me. Turn the flashlight on. I got a lot better at doing that, putting my flashlight on, like right into engagements. But look, they're trying to run. They're slowed. It's just game over, man. This is why Brick was so just so overly used last playtest. You know, again, I think Brewmaster potentially could be better, maybe. And just see some of the loot here. You see, I got all the heals. This is very Dark and Darker-esque, like all these mechanics. You get the, you have to slowly search, kind of like Tarkov. They're just in greens, more geared than just a Timmy, but they're still kind of Timmys. This is my rogue, Crow, and this was floor 14. This was like the #1 loot floor because there's these safes in every apartment. But the dagger is really cool. When you stab it and you hit someone, you get these like really fast stabs. But if you miss or you don't stab right away, like you get a delay in your stab. So like as long as you're like next to him hitting him, the DPS is like over 9,000. But anyway, this is just showing off how strong Brewmaster is. If you looked, he threw a potion at me. I'm losing health like crazy. I can't out heal it. I'm still losing health. He's still chasing me. He's throwing these potions. There's nothing I can do. I was just dead. I lost a nice gear set there. But that's why Brewmaster is amazing. What you're supposed to do is just rush him. Anyway, there's 3 keycard rooms. The keycards, I forget where you get them all, but this is the green keycard loot, which was pretty good. It's probably like maybe the lower end keycard rooms, but they were easier to get and still good loot. And you get like legendaries, purples, yellows, like schematics and stuff. So the keycard rooms were kind of where you'd get a lot of gear, unless you're bossing. But bossing solo seemed really hard, so I didn't really do it. Not that the bosses were like super duper hard or anything. They got a lot of health, do a lot of damage. I didn't really know good tactics to kite them. But anyway, here's the. Oh yeah, when I was coming out of green, there was 2 guys here, and just classic Brick play. Rush them down, baby. Anyway, I 1v2 these guys. Come on. Anyway, they're Timmy's. That one guy, the other Brick is really weird. He turns around. Of course, he's using a sledgehammer, which is again, not the worst weapon in the game. And anyway, I just rush him down. The zombies got him. Pow! I used the sledgehammer a little. The sledgehammer is good for PvE, which that's why it kind of caught you off guard. You're like, wow, I'm running around as this like super armored guy with a sledgehammer. This is awesome, and just running through zombies. It's got to be good in PvP, right? Nope. Again, it's like kind of trolly. Anyway, this is just your classic. Make sure you have enough of your sodas, your bandages, your Molotovs, throwing knives. You want them all in your hotbar. Make sure you get set up before you loot, heal up, and then get that loot, baby. It's funny. They were actually teaming. This is a solo game, and they probably were talking to each other. Anyway, this is the blue room. This was probably the rarest and most expensive one because there's actually 2 key safes in here. you need to bring additional keys to open these, and this is where like the really good loot is. And the purple key card and the keys are actually come from sorry, this is blue, but anyway, this room was like really good. I looted it a couple of times. Like near the end, I had so much money, I was just buying the key cards off the market pretty much. But they got really expensive towards the end, and I was just mostly finding them myself. But you know, this room's really nice. The wrench is a weapon for who uses the wrench? Oh yeah, the margarita. Was it margarita? The dude who throws cocktails at people. And then you get all this loose loot, and you actually get a lot of shells there, sometimes on the shelves. And then this guy interrupted me while I was looting blue, and I was like, oh crap, because I have like tons of loot on me. This is actually a pretty cool fight. Open up with the Molotov. Which actually wasn't really smart, because I just blocked myself off there and I couldn't chase him. But it's good to get a little damage in, so you have like an HP advantage over your opponent, you know, before you go into melee. And even though, again, oh, he actually has a kukri. But I Molotoved him and then he got scared because his HP's getting low. And then I just go into him. Hopefully he's using the spear. Classic brick play. I wonder, they probably, you know, had a lot of rebalancing and stuff this playtest, so it might not be like this tomorrow, but who knows. Anyway, that was Fat Stacks. This guy was, I think he was decently geared, right? No, oh, blues, purples, not bad. Like, it's actually one of the better players. There's actually so many Timmies in this game. Most of the lobbies were just pure, you know, gray, just people have no idea how to play the game, which, you know, almost, you know, everyone was new. I just, you know, I kind of got a leg up on people by, you know, I was reading a lot, watching streamers, Reddit, you know, videos, like, while I was playing, and initially I was the sledgehammer noob, and I kept dying to these kukri guys. I was like, maybe I should use that, you know, like, and then you feel stupid for using the sledgehammer so much. But these diagrams are it's how you like craft like legend. You can craft like legendaries and epics and stuff. Those were just epics and blues. This was like probably the main loot room. So floor 14, main loot run. Floor 14 is these like apartments, and every apartment had a safe. This is where you get the purple key card, and purple is the casino loot. And these safes also have a bunch of stuff like necklaces and things, and you go grinder them, and you make gold scraps, and it's just a really good money run. To go floor 14 into purple keycard is epic. And so we I rushed to the elevators here, and here's the purple keycard room in the casino floor, which was a really fun room to loot because there's so much loot, like just cash, necklaces, I think straight up gold dust, chip, you know, like the money, which was I think casino chips, maybe not gold dust, but just lots of really nice money loot. Although blue is probably better for, because the like the legendary schematics and stuff are probably the more in-game. Like the gold, like money eventually didn't really have much value towards the end of the playtest because people just priced things so high and everyone had so much money. The economy was just destroyed itself because the game was ending. So, but I wonder if they like, you know, what they changed. Like, are these? I mean, I'm sure it's still gonna be green, purple. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Can't wait to find out though. Yeah, that's the purple room. And then this is how you exit. So you have this little thing that tells you where exits are, and you can, if one pops up, you can actually close it and save it in your little device. So this is me. I saved one earlier, so now I can pop one up. But if you don't have one saved, you have to find one that's already popped up. And these are just this is the exit. You can just, it's kind of cool. You walk in these things and you escape. And it's kind of cool how you can hold one for later. Just kind of interesting mechanics. There's a lot of cool mechanics in this game. Like like I said, the elevators tracking down people. Like if you want to try to not get rushed down by really like bloodthirsty people, you want to stay on the edges of the map, because most people are gonna take the elevators and go up and down until they hear people or find people, and they're probably not gonna go to the edges of each floor. They're just gonna like pop into like the popular floors and see if you're like around the elevators and things. So if you want to like safely farm, you kind of just have to go to the edges of the maps, and if you're like newish. But once you have gear and stuff, you want to be the dominating force in the map. What am I doing here? I'm spectating people, it looks like. Anyway, I escaped. We got a bunch of gold. And just to show you what happens at the end here,
Yeah, it's kind of like having a prop hub.
they have the whole system of all these vendors, just like all these games. You have different vendors that do
Can you
different
smell the
stuff.
gunpowder?
I think you can level them up. I don't remember exactly. But you also have a market where you can post things to other players. That's coming up here in a second. Yeah, it's the rabbit hole. It's kind of weird design for the market, but it works, whatever. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You got the vendors and the market here. Anyway, I really appreciate everyone sticking around for the video, and I hope I see you for the playtest tomorrow. Catch you later.